So my husband and I were on our way to his doctor's appointment, and I had a blowout. About, okay, it's the same basically road that where that I go to. I travel, to work. And it was roughly, let's say, halfway in between the time I would normally travel. And I just went to a stoma nurse yesterday, and she put this stoma thing on. So I know it was done right. She talked me through it, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it was just me. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe, what she was talking about with the leggings. So my daughter had gotten me a pair of, well, they're used, but, what does that matter? Maternity pants. And so I tried that instead of the leggings because she thought, well, maybe they're just too tight. Maybe it's holding it in. I have no urine in this bag. And I'm going to show you what it did. See? Right here. Now, it was just yesterday that she put this on. And there is no urine in this bag. And maybe it was an air pocket. I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's laid up against my skin. I don't know. I don't know. But as you can tell, this side over here is super duper glued on. So I'm going to have to scrub because this is locked on. This is locked on heavily. Okay, it's going to hurt some kind of bad trying to take it off. Now, can you imagine just putting on a different pair of clothes? I mean, yeah, I've got some skin issues here because my irritation with the glue. That just happens. And even right here. Even right here. It's glued on hard. But right here, gone. Popped. How can I act like a normal... My life is not normal. How can I have... I want to cry so bad. There is nothing normal about this situation. Nothing normal. I would love to just not have a pee party all over my clothes. I would love to just not have a pity party for myself. I know, I'm sure that some people do this and they have the best luck at it. And I don't know if it's because I'm fat. I don't know if it's because I can't. What am I doing wrong? How can I go to a okay, I'm not saying every job is 9 to 5, but all I'm saying is, how can I work a normal job? How can I do this? It's so irritating. It's so if I wanted to go with my husband into the doctor, if I was allowed, I can't. If I were to show up for work, if this was me going to work, I would have to turn around and go home. I would have to say or call in and say, I had a bag issue, I got to turn around and go home. That's the problem with the standard. That's the problem with showing to work on time. Showing up to work on time. I can't even think. I'm so I don't even know how to say. I don't. these are situations that are beyond my control. And I am so sure that normal people can. I feel like such a crybaby. I feel like such a crybaby. I feel like I'm giving excuses. It's not an excuse. I didn't ask for that to happen. I didn't. I don't make this stuff up. I don't make this stuff up. I don't make it up. I don't make it up. You can't make this crap up. I don't know what else to do. You know, like I said, I mean, she put it on yesterday. It didn't even last 24 hours. Okay? And of course, I wasn't expecting it. So what am I supposed to do? How do I function like a normal human being without issues when I have issues? How do I show up to work on time? How do I I mean, what would be the scenario? Okay, if I was on my way to work, if I didn't call, okay, let's just say I had to change clothes. Let's just say I could just pull it off, no problem, wipe it down, whatever. Okay, let's just say I could just rip it off, put a new one on, blah, 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 go into work, walk past my coworkers, say, hey, I'm here, but I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, so I take my toolkit, I clean it up, blah, blah, whatever. I put my clothes on. Number one, I'm already smelling like pee. Number two, I have to walk past people. Number three, who is to say, because I've had this happen before, that it's just the one time. Because like I said, my situation, where I go through my hairdryer, and she said, the stoma nurse said I could just put it under my arm, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I could do that at work, I'll try that. Okay, all right. So I have changed them before, and of course there's still residue there. No, even if you do the sting-free removal, blah, 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 put it in there, put it on, you're not getting a good seal. And she did the stoma thing she was talking about with the powder and the crusting and did that, and still look. But like I said, I have changed it, and I had the same blowout in the same day. Who does that? It's not normal. Even if you remove the embarrassment issue, even if you were the most comfortable with your workspace, with your work people, with your work situation, even if they were understanding, even if nobody said a word to you and it was nothing but supportive, I still don't see me feeling okay with that. And my situation is not like that. But even if it was, even if I did find another job that, they... You're still going to be embarrassed. You're still... It's not normal. It's not normal. And I certainly don't feel normal. Let me ask you, how irritating is it for you, my situation, Like, it's embarrassing for you to come out to eat with me smelling like pee, isn't it?
It is.
Isn't it?
Oh,
I mean, honestly.
honestly, the only thing that pisses me off about it is can't get nothing done about it. You know, and don't take this wrong, but I made some suggestions to try some other stuff, some other ways.
Well, what were they? I don't remember.
You don't. I mean, you're using the same thing over and over, ain't you?
No, I was using the cheap one, and you said try the more expensive one,
okay.
and I did.
But they're still not working right.
Right.
Okay, that's the only pissing me off about it is that you can't seem to get anything to work. There's nothing to do with you being like, what am I supposed to do?
Well,
Why would I be embarrassed? I'm not, sorry for you that you got to go through it.
yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, like.
But if you're willing to bend a little bit, I mean, just like now, you're bending and flexing now.
I'm trying to.
I know that's.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm uncomfortable as I can be, but
Oh, it's not a.
But I don't think you should suffer and.
I'm not suffering.
Well, yeah, I mean you kind of are. I mean, the option is.
Not really. You should.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Go back to shit's happening.
And I'll be right back with your soups and breadsticks.
All right,
Thank
you the
you.
man.
But I mean, because I'm sure it's like oh man, they smell. When it's not they, it's not they smell, it's me.
I mean, I know when it's happened. And that's the only thing the smell does for me is lets me know what happened. Anybody that goddamn close to you, I'm gonna knock the fuck out of them anyway.
So, at least I got home before I had to throw up and massive diarrhea and change my clothes. I can't, especially like right this minute, and that just, it keeps going over and over and over in my mind. People who say, why don't you just bring a change of clothes? I mean, we're not talking about, okay, this is, like the first time I got my women issues, or, all women understand because they at some point woke up with a wet bottom. I mean, this is nothing like that. And we're not talking about, it creeps up on you, or you have like a little spotting, and then I mean, we're talking about when it pops, you've got like all over yourself. I mean, enough to make a difference, not enough like a drip, like a spot, like, I mean, and even if it doesn't, especially because of my issues, it's not like my pee don't stink, okay? And I just, especially going through, today, and it makes me even madder thinking about it. How does anybody tell you the right, or have the right to say to you, oh, well, you should bring a change of clothes? Like, you don't have this together, like, this is your fault, basically, what it boils down to. And because it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not. And it's no fun. It's extremely embarrassing. And it's extremely depressing on top of that. And I can't help that when I have the issue, that I do feel emotionally drained, that I do feel like I just want to crawl in the bed and just cry all day. And it's extremely demeaning for someone to say to you, well, why don't you just bring a change of clothes? You would think that a simple statement like that, oh, it shouldn't bother you. Yeah, it does bother me. It bothers me a lot. You are not going through what I'm going through. You don't have any right to say that to me. None. This is hard. This is emotionally hard. Very hard. And it's not just some some game I'm playing. And I really resent it.